All right, good morning guys. I'm Martinique from MHFamilyAdventures. It is day 2 on board MSC Virtuosa and we are docked in beautiful Guadeloupe. Now this is my very first time here, so super excited to get off the ship. And I will be exploring today with MSC Cruises, so I have a shore excursion booked through MSC. And it's just gonna explore Guadeloupe. It's I think one of the highlight tours that'll kind of take you around the island. It's a 4.5 hour tour. So I'm up this morning getting breakfast and then I'm gonna be meeting up at 9:15 for the shore excursion, so follow along. It's a beautiful day. It's really hot already, but I'm super excited to get off and explore Newport. Guadeloupe is an overseas region of France, but is located in the Caribbean. French is the common language spoken here, as well as Guadeloupean Creole. There are approximately 400,000 people who live on the island. Guadeloupe's currency is the euro and is also one of the top sugar-producing colonies. Guadeloupe is best known for founding zouk music, Jacques Cousteau Marine Reserve, which is a very popular spot for divers, and its rich landscape of tropical forests, mangroves, and coral reefs.
David, you can clap it down to encourage him. Buongiorno a tutti, benvenuti. Sono Jean o Giovanni, come preferite. Here I show you the map. Mostro la mappa, la carta. Allora, siamo qui, we are here, and we are going first to Gosier, next city, back to the center of the national park to see a beautiful waterfall, the crayfish waterfall, and next we are going to visit a wonderful garden here in this place, the park of Vallombreuse, and back. So about 4 hours tour. So many different mangoes here, big ones, little ones, different tastes. Abbiamo diversi alberi di mango, come questo. And the stones are volcanic or sometimes are also limestone. These little houses were made to give air because they are sotterraneo. Sotterraneo, see, there are galleries underneath, and this was to give air to the galleries underneath. Let's go to see the view, please. So these are hotels, resorts. So the first island to the right is Basse-Terre. And all the mountains are volcanoes. Qui alla destra si trova la Bassa Terra e le montagne sono tutti vulcani. And to the left is the active volcano. We are going to visit the galleries under the ground. It was made to protect the soldiers. They were living there. Please. So here there was some water. They still have water in the days. The soldiers were regularly writing some things on the walls because it's easy to write because it's limestone, very easy to write. And so different soldiers' names all around. Okay. It was habitated up to the middle of the 19th century. So the soldiers were here up to 1847, and next they left because this fort was no longer useful for defense. 1810 to 1843 mainly, but in 1833 there was a very bad earthquake. the city of Puente was completely destroyed. 3,000 people died. And the French general was here, he asked the slaves to help him. And because he was coming to free them. So they came with him, 3,000 men, and they could chase the British away from Guadeloupe. So let's go now to place, please, to listen to the music. So this is a school for drums and people learning drums. And they have a rehearsal regularly on Sunday. Drum is very important in Guadeloupe because the main music in Guadeloupe is drum music called Groca. I will play for you Groca in the back. It's the music coming from Africa. Yes. To the center of the city to have another beautiful view around the village and about the islands around. And you will be able to see a beach called La Dacia. If you want to go to the beach during the afternoon, that will be a good place to go because it's very close to the port. It's about 10-15 minutes with a taxi.
Oui, ouais, exactement.
All right, so yeah, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous overlook. You see that island out there? Our tour guide mentioned that if you're a good swimmer, you can actually swim from here over there. There's a lot of boats out there. It looks really nice, probably a perfect spot for snorkeling. Now for this tour, there is not a stop for the beach. However, our tour guide did say that it was a 10-minute ride from the cruise terminal to get to the beach. So I might do that. We'll see. Depends on what time we get back to port.
Inside, in past time, there were only 2 rooms, 1 bedroom and 1 living room. During the night, the living room becomes a bedroom for the children, and the parents are in the bedroom. And the kitchen was always outside, behind the house, next to the garden. Zoka. And in Creole it was called mazouk, and it's a traditional music. Now the new music is called zouk, but this one was called mazouk. Zouk. And zouk is very, very popular now. It was created in the 80s, 1980, and by a group called Cassav from Guadeloupe. And they became very popular all around the world, particularly in Caribbean islands. In this roundabout, there are people selling coconut water and sugarcane juice, but they did not arrive so far. You can drink sugarcane juice there when the people come. They are crushing the sugarcane. Okay, so we are arriving soon, and we are going to spend 20 minutes to visit the crayfish waterfall. It's very easy. It's 5 minutes walk next to the road, and you will see the waterfall. You will see a pond where you can swim or bath. You will see a river, the waterfall river, yes. And there is a shop if you want to buy a drink or to go to the toilet.
Alors du travail. Hein.
Alright, so yeah, the waterfall is beautiful and all, but I'm not going to bust my butt going down those rocks, especially while I'm cruising by myself, so it's not worth the risk to try to get a nice shot. So you see it's pretty crowded, so it's a very popular spot here, but I'm not going down those rocks, not today.
Yes, we have two beautiful gardens in Guadeloupe. Great, very nice, wonderful garden. The first one we are going to visit now here, and the second one is in the north, next to the city of Day. It's another wonderful garden. They are different, but they are magnificent.
All right, so for this part of the tour, we were given a map, said we can explore on our own. We have about an hour and a half, or you can stay with the guide. Right now they're gonna catch the train, but I figured I would walk and explore on my own. You guys know how I do. So yeah, the name of the park is, I don't know, I'll put it right here. But beautiful botanical gardens, just very lush area. They grow a lot of sugarcane here, and I believe he said bananas and some other things. So I'm gonna try to make my way over to where the sugarcane is and just explore if I can read this map. So let's see if we can figure it out. So I wound up spending about 2 hours exploring the botanical gardens. It was very, very beautiful. Lots and lots of different types of plants and flowers and different things. So if you're into gardening, plants, trees, this would be a perfect spot for you. Now do keep in mind that it is kind of a hilly area. So you will be walking uphill at certain points. The train is available to get you to certain points throughout the park. But again, it was just a beautiful sight to see. I really did enjoy it. It was very peaceful, and I was able to explore off on my own. After I explored for a little bit, I was off to pick up a couple of souvenirs. I grabbed some snacks to take back home for the family. I did try one of the Guadeloupean type sodas, which was very delicious, and they provided us with water and samples of fruit. Now the fruit wasn't anything spectacular, but I did enjoy that drink. All right, so made it back to port. As you see, there are some shops right here where you can get some really inexpensive souvenirs and different things. So check that out. If you're gonna catch a taxi, it's right across from the ship. Now, I was gonna catch a taxi to the beach, but they said it was 15 euros each way, and it's less than a 10-minute ride. I'm not paying, you know, 30 euros to go to the beach for just an hour or so. I mean, we technically still have like 5 hours in port, but I'm probably only going to spend about an hour there. So I'm just not going to do that right now. So I'm going to get back on the ship, grab a slice of pizza, something light before dinner, freshen up and see what tonight brings. All right, I had a fun day in port. That was an excellent tour. So if you are looking for something to do, that's going to give you an overview of Guadeloupe. They did translate between French and English, so I appreciate that. There weren't many English speakers on my tour at all, but he did translate between the two. But yeah, just gave a quick overview, 4.5 hours long. Now, something to note is if you are on this itinerary, there are guests embarking and disembarking pretty much at all of the ports. And so like our tour was 4.5 hours. It wound up being more like 5 because there were guests that were going to be dropped off at the airport. So keep that in mind. That is a perk, that's a benefit, because a lot of the tours you can take a tour on disembarkation day and it'll drop you off at the airport. So definitely check the description of your tour to see if that's offered for you. But it did make the tour a little bit longer, which was fine. So I went upstairs, grabbed a slice of pizza, pina colada, going to relax, freshen up, get ready for dinner. But came back in and I have some of my MSC perks, which they actually doubled up. It looks like I have double macarons, which I'm not going to eat them all. But yeah, so if you're diamond status, actually I think if you're maybe gold, you get macarons and chocolate in your cabin, as well as a bottle of wine. So now I have 2 bottles of wine, one yesterday courtesy of MSC, and the other one part of my Voyagers Club perks. So that's nice that they offer this. So I love the macarons, they're always delicious, and I will enjoy the wine as well. So yeah, so they doubled up. I have 2. And sparkling wine. All right, I rested, freshened up, did some work, and I am off to Indochine or Indochine, Vietnamese, which, guys, Vietnamese is one of my favorite types of food. Our favorite Vietnamese restaurant back home is called Indochine, and they closed, so I'm super excited to try tonight. Hopefully it tastes just as good. I could go for some pho or something hot, so super excited to give this a try. I don't know if this is across MSC's fleet. I have not seen it anyplace else, so I don't know if it's just on this ship or not, but it sounds really good. The menu looks good, so I'm excited to give it a try, so join me. Indochine is one of the specialty dining restaurants available on board MSC Virtuosa. I have to tell you that I absolutely enjoyed the drinks, the appetizers. However, my pho just wasn't right. And I did talk to the chef about it after the fact, because they wound up cooking the beef completely through. If you've ever had pho, usually you put the meat in raw and then it cooks in the broth. It was just overcooked and it was kind of like pot roast. So I enjoyed the appetizers and the drinks, but did not enjoy the pho as much. This lobster salad was absolutely delicious. I wouldn't have minded a couple extra pieces of lobster, but yeah, this pho just wasn't it for me. Now I did try this dessert. It was kind of quirky. I had never had anything like this. It's kind of like a slushy, kind of like Kool-Aid, but it has some sort of custard or cake or something in the bottom and kidney beans. And apparently it's a common thing there. It wasn't too bad, but very strange and something new for me to try.
Welcome to you all. How are you tonight? The skies and all the leaves on the trees are falling. To whisper and hush, and all that soft light seems to shine. That's why the ladies are trying. And you will never find, no matter where you start. It's a new life for me. Save the past and for me. He was a night, oh what night, he was really was such a night. And the night was gone, but before that dawn, yes, before that dawn.
Alright, so that show was amazing. I'm gonna press my luck here in the casino for a second.